So see some holes on the grid, unfortunately, but see how these guys go.
All right, here they go. Again, as they're dipping into turn one, not much room for anything other than a one-line situation for the most part, right?
Yeah, it just gets a little tight in there, and then you kind of sort you want to be aggressive through the first couple of gears and just get yourself into a position. And now it's really going to be a matter of who's going to bring the fight to Gio, obviously, because he's fast. I'm not sure who's in third. The guy I'm kind of looking for, and I don't know because I haven't really talked to him much lately. I gotta go talk to him. Where can I even see him? It's Geyser. I think Geyser Hernandez is in this. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so I think it's Geyser in third. I'm not sure, but I've watched him get better and better over the years. I've watched him in Supersport. I've seen him try to go do some Moto America races in Supersport. So I think that's him. That is him in third. So the Twins Cup is something new for him. So I'll have to go talk to him and see how that is. So he's dropped down a class, which I think is smart. You can go to Twins Cup and be pretty competitive at the Moto America Championship. Supersport's just cutthroat. So good to see him mixing and matching here.
As they come into the back straight into the slide, Gio Alvarez leading us around with Alfonso Califano in second, Geyser Hernandez in third.
Gio's just doing the thing, isn't he? Like you can see Geyser's working really hard right now. He wants to get through.
Trying what he can through the bowl. Nice tip in right here into 14 and 15.
Now with these 10-lap races out here at Chuckwalla, how crucial is it to try to make race management, right? So, I mean, how crucial is it to try to get ahead in the early part of the race versus managing your mid versus sprinting towards your end here?
I think that, with these bikes, tires aren't as big of an issue as some of the bigger bikes that you're going to see putting more horsepower to the ground. So a lot of it is just, up and coming. You get two people in this class, I think, Adrian. You get the up-and-coming kids that want to prove themselves, and you get some of the older guys that are like, hey, man, I love riding twins. The 1000s and the 600s are a little bit too much cutthroat for me. They can come out here and have a good time on these bikes. But obviously getting good starts, getting out front early, just like Gio's done. He's been in this position so many times where he can go out. He's got his, he goes 52.5 on one of these small bikes from a standing start. And I do believe it was Alfonso the other day that I saw out there, and he was ripping. He was riding so well. But these two guys are obviously the chasers. They're already seeing the guy that's, ripping out front, pulling away from him. So they've got to come with an idea. I think this one's a little bit shorter than 10, isn't it?
This one's going to be 8.
Is this one 8? Yeah, because I think the other shootouts are 8 lappers. And so, they've got to try to figure out where they're losing that time, right? And each month learn the best they can from a guy like Gio who's just running away at the front. We saw Geyser kind of close in a lot on the exit or in the middle of the bowl. So we'll see if he can same thing and maybe try to set something up for turn 14. Looks like
coming in tighter. Yeah,
he's tried to go
trying to get that drive.
Here we go. Yeah, Alfonso's good on the exit there, isn't he?
Yep.
So what was I think the lap record going this way was Dave Anthony at like a 49.7, I think your graphic said earlier.
Yeah, I think it was, Dave Anthony at 149.7 back in 2023.
Yeah, so that's what Gio's going to be chasing. Like, when you're leading classes and you're doing things like this, and Dave Anthony being so seasoned, we just watched him win our shootout, right? So if Gio can get on par 50.6 that time, that's what Gio's going to be chasing. He's going to be wanting to get that lap record.
And when you think conditions, with conditions out here today the way they are they conducive of that?
Perfect. Conditions right now are so good. And I think living in California, we get so spoiled with weather because I always give the guys in my garage a hard time when they're complaining about it being cold at 58 degrees and 59 degrees. And I tell them it's the most perfect conditions. And when you look at Chuckwalla, the grip here is always, for me, it's always been great. Even when it gets dusty, you've ridden out here when it's dusty.
Yep.
And the grip is still there.
Yep.
It's not good for the bike necessarily, breathing in all the sand, but the grip at Chuckwalla is usually pretty good. And when it's cool in the morning and the bikes are running a little cooler, they are perfect times. I think Brendan Kettleson this morning in middleweight went like 45.3 in warm up. So, and it was cold then, or cold to Californians, So,
Geyser Hernandez in third place, trying to get around Alfonso Califano, trying to make light work and find the perfect line to get out under him.
So looks like Geyser's on an Aprilia there, and it's going to be new to him. So we just don't know what with some of the Twins Cup stuff. You can have different builds bike wise, and since it's early in the year and you see his bike all white, let's see if he's going to try something. It looked like he had a thought about it.
Yeah.
Twins Cup stuff is these guys build these bikes, and I think that right now Geyser has a little bit of mid corner pace, but he's just not able to kind of make that pass yet. Alfonso's riding really well.
Yeah, and each of these three guys up in the front are riding on Aprilias.
Yeah,
they're pretty strong bike, at least at CVMA, right?
Yeah, and even nationally, there's a few teams that have obviously been trying to get the R7 up to pace, and then you got the Suzuki as well. There's going to be some, from what I'm understanding, next year there could be a few more of the Suzukis on the grid under some pretty fast riders at Moto America, and you see Geyser's got a little bit of a run and a thought here, but Alfonso's he's just good enough to not get past there. And
Alfonso definitely riding a wide bike, as you can see. Guys are having to brake aggressively in some of these corners not to run in the back of him. And
you just see him trying,
right?
And where am I going to make that move?
So guys,
you got to get up front.
He's got to, when you're in this position right now, you're just trying to see what the rider in front of you is doing to where could there be a possibility, and then you got to make a commitment, much like we saw in our main shootout here a bit ago, where Bryce finally caught the back of the leader and he took a shot. Right, that's what you got to do. And Geyser right now, he's got to show some controlled aggression. He's got to be able to try to make a plan, stick to that plan, and go. And this guy just, again, went quickest lap of the race, 50.3 last time through for Gio. So he's continuing to live in that 50s range, right? And he's pulled away from them pretty good now this lap.
Yeah, and it's like you were saying with this track, there isn't those heavy braking points. And so it just takes that much more commitment, right? And look at this coming around the outside.
Yeah, that's really good move there. And Geyser's able to kind of close that door as they go into 14 and make it a little bit harder for Alfonso to tip in. Now, Alfonso, like I said, I believe it was him that I saw the other day. The leathers look a little familiar to me. So I know he's got good pace. But Geyser, it's going to be interesting to see what's Geyser's best lap up to this point. 50.6, it looks like?
Yeah, 50.6.
So we're going to see what Geyser has here. He's got that clear track in front of him now. And see if we've got halfway flags are out there, I saw.
Guys are aggressive on the outside, and the Bolter able to make the pass for second. Gio Alvarez in first place with Geyser second. Alfonso Califano falling down into third. Mark Bergenheimer and Andrew Crail fourth and fifth behind them. Can Geyser put together some laps to kind of close this gap on Gio Alvarez, or is Gio Alvarez going to run away with it?
3 seconds will be a bit of a tough ask, I think, with 3.5 to go, right? But
given the pace that they're currently running.
Yeah, but you can see Geyser had a little bit more pace than Alfonso, and now he's pulling away. So you'd almost expect to see Geyser do his fastest lap of the race this one, and this is where the start stuff comes into play. Like qualifying at Chuckwalla to me is the most important session, because if you're on that third or fourth row, getting into turn
it's
one
going to be so hard, right?
Can get a lot of traffic in there at the beginning, and then it allows a guy like Gio to kind of get that gap.
Here we see them again coming through turn 11, dropping into 12.
I like this bike for Geyser. Just watching him ride it right now, he's doing a good job. And we'll have to talk to him a little bit later. And I don't know, because I don't know Gio personally. I don't know if he's done any Moto America stuff. But obviously, he rides very, very well. As we get a good look at him just coming out of 14, heading to 16 there, 15, 16.
Yeah, look at that.
Gio Alvarez coming down the front straight with a 150 in the last lap, as he leads us around this entire race with 3 to go for race 7 for Formula Lightweight Twins Shootout, round 3 of CVMA out here at Chuckwalla Raceway.
Yeah, look at that with, as you called it right there, with Geyser with the 148.8, just about a 10th off the lap record right there.
Yeah, that's 49. I mean, 49.8 is, like you say, it's 10th off the record, and he's, he's obviously got a good bike underneath him, and he's going to be kicking himself a little bit. And I think, honestly, that it would have pushed Gio harder as well.
Yeah.
I think those guys both probably would have been in the 49s pretty consistent, but that's going to give him a pretty big boost of confidence.
Interesting mix here. We see a supermoto right there.
So cool. Jim Dobson's there, I think.
Yeah.
And Fabian's there. Fabian, I think, is on the supermoto bike. I believe. I think he's the third rider on our screen because I saw him out here and I saw his name. See his name on his.
Yeah, there we go.
So and he was great to watch the other day as well. And it looks like, who is it? Maybe Tyler Preston that's maybe sandwiched himself in the middle of them now as you look at Fabian sneak up underneath.
Taking advantage of it, using the advantages that bike gives him, right?
He's going to have a little bit of a horsepower deficit, here as you see. There, he just got passed again, but yeah, he's having a blast out there. It's good.
Yeah, I remember back with WSMC when I was riding an SV650 getting tortured by Stu Smith,
totally.
on his supermoto.
Absolutely. Shout out to Stu. I don't know if you guys have done that already today, but we
haven't
know.
had a chance to.
It's just a shame. He had an incident on Friday, and he's getting fixed. So been in contact with him, and we're thinking about him. Obviously he's the voice out here of calling all the races for us, and it was sad to see him get a little bit dinged up in what was really just a simple little mistake that was made on Friday. So just get him back here as quick as we can. Last lap through the leaders. Yeah, he gained another 0.3. Geyser did, but he's 2.6 back. It's probably going to be a little bit too far back to do anything with Gio this time.
Yep.
Geyser Hernandez pulling away from Alfonso Califano.
And it's a shame, with that crash, because we did see Matt Hornshoe not be able to return and race. And Matt has been running really well over the last couple months. And he was down into the low 150s, I believe, as well.
It's such a bummer.
And so he would have been in the mix with these guys and probably would have had a different dynamic with the R7 that he's racing. So that's just a bummer. Hopefully he'll be coming back.
Yeah, it's never nice, especially like that on the warm-up lap. It's such a bummer. As we're looking a little bit further back here. 837 is Mark Berkheimer, right? And I know Mark's a good guy. Andrew Krall there as well. And Justin Bordonardo, we've seen him out here obviously a bunch here on the 589 bike. Justin's running 6th at the moment, so he's one place out of that extra check. One place.
Tire money.
Tire money, man. Fuel, tires. Look at this is that lead battle there. So you can see Geyser's done a good job closing back up.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he? He was 2.6 back that last time.
Looks a bit closer now, doesn't it?
He does, yeah.
Reeling them in for sure, absolutely. As they're coming around into 14, 15 before the end of this lap here. And sometimes that could be disadvantage for Gio, right? If he's out ahead on his own, not quite able to maintain a super aggressive pace, and that allows Geyser to kind of close in on that. So that's where that race management kind of comes in, right?
It does. I think Gio's got so much experience around here as he just goes. I mean, there you go. He had done it in 49 the lap before, so Gio was obviously getting kind of hurried up there.
Yep.
And what did he do? Good. Did 49.8 still best lap for Geyser. So they're 50.1 to 50.2 that last time by. I think that the thing that Geyser will be doing on the warm-up, on the cool-off lap, he'll have the confidence in knowing that next month can't get here quick enough.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because he'll know that he's got the pace to at least maybe get up there and challenge, as we see kind of battles going all the way through the field.
Yeah, nice lap over here for them as well.
White flag is out for race 7 of Formula Lightweight Twins Shootout. Gio Alvarez leading us around for the entire race. Guys are able to make work on Alfonso for 2nd. Alfonso falling in the 3rd. Mark Berkenheimer in 4th. And Andrew Krall in 5th. Top 5 pays out for Shootout as they're coming around one last time.
And it's great because they do podiums for these guys. So if you're out here with your family and your friends, and it's kind of cool that we have that out here. And I know a lot of other clubs are doing the same thing. But for the Shootout, you want to be in that 3rd spot. So you look at Alfonso right now. He's going to take what he can learn, as you see Fabi doing what he should be doing on that bike. Yeah. And
a little bit more horsepower, right?
But he's probably having a blast out there. I mean, these guys are having a lot of fun. But when you look at it, it's for Geyser, it's going to be a big confidence boost. For Gio, he did what he's expecting to do, is he takes checkered flag And for Alfonso now, it's what can I do to get closer to those guys at the front? Those are your top three, I think.
Outstanding racing night here for race 7. Gio Alvarez with first, Geyser Hernandez with second, and Alfonso Califano with third. Your unofficial race results for the race here, out here for round 3 of CVMA. We're going to do a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you guys.